All right, everyone, yes, have some water with you. That's a great thing to have. All right, here we go. Get rid of those. Put that down there. Whew. Find yourself nice and comfortable. Go ahead and sit down. Find your shoulders right over your hips. Not using the back of your chair, right? No slouching. Sit up nice and straight. Feel what that feels like, right? Feel that you need to have your core engaged just to sit up straight. I know it sounds kind of silly to say that, but I think we get used to being sloppy. All right, your head's right over your spine, not leaning forward. Try and get those shoulders rolled back. And all I want you to do right now is feel yourself breathing, right? You're going to push out on your lower belly as you breathe in. As you breathe out, right, your belly comes in. So we're just working on that belly breathing. When you start to feel anxious or stressed, just sit back, right? Sit up, find your posture, start working on that breathing. Now if I'm going to go to my lung breathing, right, I'm going to go and bring everything up, and that just tightens the neck and the shoulders and increases the amount of stress. So give yourself that time to just breathe. Breathing in, breathing out, lowering those shoulders as you breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Now as we do that, I want you to roll your head to the side, bring your right ear down to your right shoulder, and let your neck stretch on that left side. Nice stretch from the base of your skull all the way to the top of your shoulder. And then roll that chin down to your chest. Let that back of your neck stretch. And roll all the way over, left ear on the left shoulder. Letting that right side of your neck stretch. Feel the breathing. And then roll that head back down so the chin is on your chest. Just let it lull for a second. And then bring it back up and let it sit right on top of your shoulders. Nice and easy. Roll the shoulders, big rolls, letting those shoulders relax, the neck relax. I'm going to have you reach up with that next breath, opening up your sides, trying to reach those fingertips to your ceiling. Exhale, come down. Right? The shoulders come down, the arms come down. They're nice and long in their sockets. One more time, come on up. Breathing in, reaching over to that right side, right? Letting that armpit pull away from that left hip. And come on down. One more time up. Left side, so you're reaching over to that left, stretching out that right side. Open up those hands, reach them up to the ceiling, corner of the room, and come on back down. Let the hands just rest on top of your thighs. Feel your feet on the floor. Your toes are pushing into the floor. Outside of your foot's pushing in. Breathing. Opening it up. One more time, arms come all the way up. Stretch the hands straight up to the ceiling, opening up the sides. Reach over to that right side, opening up that left armpit, get it away from that hip. Exhale, come down. Shoulders drop. Inhale, come up. Opposite side. Bringing that right hip away from the armpit, away from the hip. Keeping those hips firmly on the seat though. Exhale, come down. Reach back and grab the back of your chair. Open up that chest. Roll those shoulder blades back. Open up that chest. Big deep breath in your belly and out. One more breath in and out. Hands come back to the thighs. All right, this time we're going to reach all the way up with that breath. Open up the sides. Exhale, we're going to rotate to the left. Right hand comes outside the left knee. Grab the back of your chair. And you're rotating around your spine. So we still have that nice, good posture. Breathing in, breathing out. Let that low back relax. With each exhalation, you get a little bit more relaxation, so you can get a little bit better stretch on that low back. Inhale, come back to center. Do what you need to do to find your center. Inhale, come up, arms nice and tall. You're growing that spine, right? You're separating each vertebrae from the one below. Exhale, rotate to the other side. You need to grab the back of your chair, let that left hand go on outside of the right knee, and rotate around. Big breath in, big breath out. One more time. Letting that low back relax. Inhale, come back to center. Now we're going to get your feet a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. We're still nice and tall with our spine. And we're going to roll our shoulders down, arching your back like a cat. And then push the chest forward, arching that low back. We're doing our modified cat-cow. And roll it forward so the back is arching again. And then come forward with that chest. You should be feeling that low back stretching out, pulling away from those hips. And we're going to drop our hands down inside your knees, right? We're wanting to go for inside your knees here so you get a nice stretch. Your low back is pulling away from your sacrum. Let that head relax and loll down, kind of like a rag doll. Deep breaths in, still through that belly. And drop those shoulders in. Go ahead, slowly roll those vertebrae back up, stacking them one right on top of the other. I'm going to have you extend that left leg out. Feel that knee go to straight. Point your toes up, straight up into the ceiling. I call it dorsiflexing, right? So I'm going to reach down. Keeping those toes pointed forward and reach as far down on that leg as I can with my knees straight. You need to be on the edge of your seat. You're using that opposite leg to support you. Now with each exhalation, you're going to relax a little into that stretch. You want to feel this all the way down the back of your leg. Wherever it's tightest, you're going to feel it the most. Now I'm going down pretty low, but if you can't keep your knees straight, then don't go so low. The knee straight's what we're working on here, right? All the way down. Each exhalation, you're letting it relax a little bit more. And then from here, I'm gonna have you bend your knee and come on up to straight. Other side, extend that leg out. Oh. Extend that right leg out. Sorry, somebody was joining. Using your left leg to support you, you're gonna reach as far down that right leg as you can. Let the back of the leg stretch. Breathing in, breathing out, let it relax a little bit more. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathe in, breathe out. Bend the leg, roll the back all the way back up, stacking those shoulders right over your hips. Ooh, how we feeling? Hopefully a little bit more grounded, thinking some good thoughts. Feel those feet pushing into the ground. You're sitting nice and tall. It should be easier to sit tall now. I'm going to have you all rotate to the side of your chair. And I'm going to have, I rotated to my left so my right leg's in front. I'm going to lean forward. I'm going to kick that foot back so that the top of the foot's on the ground. And then from here, I want to push up as much as I can until I feel that nice stretch on the front of the hip and the front of the thigh. Nice and tall. If you can get those shoulders to square off, all the better. You might not be able to go as far back with the foot. This is fine, right? Just working on what you can work on. Nice stretch. Bring those shoulders up away from the hips, right? Nice and tall. Work that posture. Everything we're doing, we're working your posture. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Go ahead and come forward and pull that leg through. Bring it back to the front. We got the other side. Rotate it around. Bend forward. And then whatever you can to push yourself back up, wherever you're at, right? Push yourself to straight, feeling that stretch right over the hip. For some, that the stretch might be here in the front of your shin because you're tight. That's fine too. That needs stretching. Breathing in, breathing out. Come on forward and pull it through. Find yourself sitting nice and tall. Roll those shoulders, drop them down. We're going to come up off of your seat, pull it all the way up. Get that chair out of your way. We're going to be using it, so keep it close by. Try and find something to put it against so that if we use it, you'll be able to, it won't slip. All right, here we go. We're going to go into a crescent. So I'm going to step back with my right foot. Doesn't really matter which foot. We're going to do both of them. Pushing that back foot like you're trying to stretch your calf, right? But we're going to push down on that front leg. And as you're pushing down on that front leg, the knee is pushing over the middle toe. It's not pushing out, it's pushing down on top of. I'm going to have you reach all the way up with your arms, getting that nice stretch we were just getting on the chair. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Bring those arms down. We're going to use our chair and lunge into that stretch. Feel that back leg stretch nice and long. Push yourself back. We're going to go into a downward dog. So the hips are up. Arms are out in front of you a little bit, making kind of a mountain. And drop the heels into the ground one at a time. We're stretching those calves out. Push your hips back. heels down. Bring that shoulders over the head, shoulders over your hands so you're shifting forward. And then push back down. Now the next thing we're going to do is a little complicated, so if you're comfortable just stretching here, stay there. We're going to bring up your right leg and do a single leg downward dog. Right? This is more stress on your shoulders. And if you want, you can open it up, twisting it. Feel that side open, that hip open. This is complicated. Don't do it if you shouldn't. And then bring it back and drop it down. So we got a little bit of a twist in there. Push those hips back, heels into the ground. Shift forward, all the way forward. We're going into a plank. So your shoulders are right over your hands. Your body's in a perfectly straight line. Belly's pulled in. Shoulders in line with your hips, in line with your heels. Breathing in. Breathing out. Feel that belly tighten into your spine. Feel the strength that you're getting from this position. Push your hips back into downward dog. We're going to walk yourself up. Walk your feet up. Drop your hips down and take your hands off of that chair. We're making a chair with our body, so we're sitting back with our heels. Sitting back with your heels, onto your heels, picking up those toes. Going to bring the hands in, finding that balance, and you're going to rotate to that right side. Woo. You're feeling a nice stretch on that lower back and finding yourself nice and balanced. Breathing in, breathing out, in, out, rotate back, come on up all the way through to the ceiling, big stretch, and come on down. Rolling those shoulders. How we doing? All right, we're back in front of our chair. I'm going to take my right leg, lean forward onto your chair, and drop that right leg across your body. So you're stretching the outside of this hip. Now, this might not be much of a stretch. It might be a lot of a stretch. If you need more of a stretch, we're just going to bend that other leg, right? So the idea that is I'm stretching this whole area here, the hip, all the way down the outside of the leg. Try and track the left leg straight. Don't let it wobble out. Give me a big deep breath in and blow it out. More stretch, you got to drop down up to what you need. You can also do this on the floor. Big breath in. And walk yourself back up, stand it up, drop it down. Feel that stretch. All right, got the other side, everyone. Same routine. We're going to step back into our crescent with our left leg. Push down on that right leg. So you're dropping your hips, right? The back leg's straight, but we're dropping those hips. Push that heel into the ground on that crescent, on the back leg. Bring those arms up. Feel that stretch on your belly. Nice and long. Lucky's being a pest today. Nice and long. Big stretch up. Oh, feel it on that whole front side. Arch a little bit. If you want, you can look up. Works the balance a little more. But gets you a little better stretch in the front. Drop it forward into your chair. And step it back. We're back to our downward dog. We can do the same thing. We're going to pedal our feet one at a time, getting that stretch on the back of your calves and on your ankles. Push the hips back for more of a stretch. And then push forward onto your arms, using the arms for support. One more time, push back. And come back forward. We're going to go into our plank, so we're going to drop those hips down. Arms are right over. Your hands are right under your shoulders. Belly's in tight. Pull that belly into spine. It's like you're at the beach. Suck it in. Breathe. Big breath in. Breath out. Push your hips back. This time we're going to do the one-legged dog with that left leg. Bring it up. Nice and long. Stretch that leg back. And roll it over. This opens up those hips. Push up with those arms. And then we're going to sweep it through. Walk it up. I'd like to sweep it through all the way to my lizard pose. So drop that leg onto the chair and push the hip out. All right, you cannot do class. Lucky was showing you how to relax. Drop that hip down if you need to. Keep breathing. Feel that stretch on the outside of your hip. Come on up. Drop that foot down. Back down to your chair. So we're doing a forward fold. Get those shoulders down. If you can't drop your head too low, keep your head up and just do kind of an L position, right? Let the back of your legs stretch. Let your upper body relax. And we're going to walk it back into our downward dog. And we're going to breathe. So I want you in your downward dog, a fairly supported position. You're going to breathe out on your, push out on your belly as you breathe in. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Push it into your plank. We have 5 breaths in your plank. Hold that position nice and long. Keeping those hips down. Nice and low. 2 more breaths. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, and push your hips back up into downward dog. We're getting some shoulder work here because you're having to support yourself with those arms. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Last plank. Push it into plank. Drop those hips into that nice straight line. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. And walk yourself up. Bend your knees to come up. Find your posture. How we doing? Okay? That was a lot of shoulder work. I'm going into balance next. So if you want to grab yourself some water, we need you to be strong on this next group of exercises. All right, here comes my cheater stuff. I'm going to tell you how to be more balanced, right? If your body is slack or loose, right, it's harder to balance. So what we want to do is lift those shoulders like you're trying to lengthen your trunk. You're trying to stand up tall. Somebody's measuring your height, right? We want to be nice and tall. So bring yourself up like you're trying to lift off the floor with your feet. Nice and tall. And as you feel yourself get longer, I'm going to have you pick up your right foot. Now, if you need a chair next to you, that is fine, right? Some of you might, just for a tap, right? But you're still trying to be nice and tall. Shoulders up, lifting that crown of your head to the ceiling. Ooh, I look a little like a ballerina there. Breathing in, feel that core nice and solid, just like you were in that plank, right? Open up that leg. Good. Bring it back. Find your balance, find your length, find your tall. Open it up. Ooh, look at you go. Good job. Bring it in. Stork pose. We're doing gates. One more time. Breathing. Breathe in tall. Open it up. Bring it back. Here's our challenge. Your chair is right here. We're going to push it back. We're going to push it back into a T. Hold that T position. Arms are nice and straight, right? If you want, you're long. Breathe in. Breathe out. We're coming up. Tap if you need to. Drop it down. Push it back. Nice strength. Your chair is right there if you need it. Come back. Tap if you need to. One more time. Long. Feel that body being nice and solid. Come back. Drop it down. And relax. Excellent job, you guys. That was a very hard routine. And as you can see, I did it with my strong leg first. So now I have my weaker leg. I'm going to have my chair nearby, right? If you need two chairs is fine, right? We're challenging yourself in a safe environment. Here we go. We're going to do it all over again. Shoulders nice and tall, right over your hips, right? You want to measure yourself. How tall can you be? Here we go. Pick up that other leg, my left. Nice and tall. Find your balance. Be solid in that core. Feel the breath through your lower belly. Open it up. Close it down. Open up. Close. Open. Close. Are you breathing? Breathe. Nice and strong. Open up. Close it down. Last time. Here we go. Push it back. Nice and strong. Arms out long. Superman, right? We've got our Superman. Oof. Push it back. Find your strength. Bring it up. Tap if you need to. Push back. Your chair is right there for you. Find your length. Find your steady. Find your confidence. Bring it tall. One more time. You got this. Push that foot back. The arms long in front of you. Trunk is long. Drop it down. We got one more. If you need that chair because you're getting tired, it's right next to you. Breathe. And come up nice and tall. Oof, walk it out. You should feel real tender right here in the sides of your hips. That's your balance muscles. Those are the ones we need to get strong so that when you trip, you can catch yourself. That's where we want to be. All right, you guys. Everybody's doing okay. I got some newbies. hope all my newbies are doing okay. Nobody has their camera on. All right, I'm trusting you're good. Whew. We're doing great. All right, so I have my chair nearby. The next things we're going to do are going to be more stable. So I want you to feel on these next things that the muscle's getting longer or stretching, right? So we're going to go into a warrior two. I'm stepping back with my right foot, but I'm opening it up my hip so that my right foot and my left foot are making a perpendicular angle, right? And that's making my hips open up. I want to pull my hips around as much as I can so they're both pointed forward. I'm feeling a stretch on the inside of that, my right leg that's back. Now with that front leg, I'm going to push down and forward so that my knee is right over my ankle, right? So if I'm going to go deeper, I have to move my front foot out. Oh, that's where you need a mat, right? Front foot out, right? And then I'm getting more of a stretch on the back. So the lower I go, the wider I go, and the longer I become. Big, long stretch. Feel the inside of your thighs getting that stretch. Both sides are stretching. Rotate those hips and shoulders forward. Big stretch. Reach up. Back to the breathing. Push out on that belly to breathe in. Push down as you breathe, as you can. Tolerate more. Drop those hips. Where are we, right? How high are you? Open the arms. Flatten out those shoulders, right? So you drop the shoulders down, lift them up. Feel what that plank parallel is. Drop them down, pull them up. I told you we were getting isometric. That's what we're doing here. Pull it up. Feel that strength. Drop. Reverse triangle. Reverse warrior. Drop that right hand to the back of the right leg. Reach those fingers up to the ceiling on that left hand. Feel that stretch on your belly and on your left side. Breathing, I know you're mad at me right now. So is your thigh. Back to parallel with the arms. Reach those arms out. How long can those shoulders be? Push that right leg to left leg to straight and drop down. Reach up. If you can look back at your right arm up at the ceiling, that's wonderful. If you can drop lower down on that front leg, that's wonderful. We've got balance, we've got stretching, we've got strength. Breathe. Bend that front leg. Come back up. Rotate forward. Step forward nice and tall. That was a workout. We good? We're feeling this? Yep, we're moving those legs. All right, we got the other side. So we're going to step back. Oh my gosh, what did I just do? Yeah. I'm going to step back with my left leg. Open that foot up. It's perpendicular to my right. Find what's right for you, right? If you're being tall is safer for you, that's fine. If you're going to want more force on that left leg, right leg, you're pushing that foot forward a little bit and dropping those hips. You can kind of see how that opens everything up, right? My hips are here. I want to bring them around to forward. As much as I can forward. I'm feeling that stretch on the inside of my leg. Inside of my leg. I'm reaching up and opening those shoulders up. Reaching across. Feel that stretch. Feel the arms open. Drop the hands down. Bring them up. Drop them down. Bring them up. Drop them down just a little bit. Bring it up. Push them out. Drop them down. And up. You've got this. Nice, good stretches. Reach that left arm back for the left leg. Hand goes up to the right hand goes to the ceiling. Look at those fingertips. Feel the stretching happening. Don't let those hips come up. They're screaming at you. You've got this. Push that right knee over the toes. And we're going to reverse it. Bring it back to warrior 2 and drop it in. Oh, push that right leg to straight. Drop it down. We're in a triangle. And look up at the ceiling if you can. If not, don't. Breathe. Feel that stretch happen. Bend the right leg. Push out of it. Using that right leg, push down, step up. Single leg squat. Whew, you guys are doing a tremendous job today. I made it a little extra hard. We're going to go down to the ground. So let me set that up so you can see it better. All right, so I'm at the end of my mat. This is a little better. End of my mat. Right, I'm going to reach up nice and long, and I'm going to drop it down into a forward fold. If you need a booster, I have a pillow or a blanket all rolled up. Right, so now I'm getting that full-on stretch on the back of my leg. Feel that leg elongate and get longer in the back. Nice and stretched. And from here, I'm going to walk my hands out. Right now, I'm into a true downward dog, no chair. Whew. And push yourself into a plank. Nice and strong. Belly in, flat. You've got this. Hands are right underneath your shoulders. Breathing in, breathing out. Push to your downward dog. Breathing in, breathing out, pushing back to plank. Nice and strong. This is all shoulders. You're getting really strong here. Breathing in, breathing out, and we're going to gently lower yourself down to the ground. Face down. You guys did it. All right, hands out to the side. Face down, I'm going to have you squeeze your shoulder blades together. Squeeze the shoulder blades, bring the arms up, pushing that belly into the ground. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Bring those elbows into your side and lift your chest off the ground. We're not doing much with our arms. Right, you're just lifting that chest, pushing that belly into the ground. Bring it back down. Breathe. Arms out to the side. We're supporting yourself. And then just have you squeeze your glutes and lift your legs off the ground. Low back stretch, low back power, and drop it down. Squeeze those hips. Lift your legs. Try and get your thighs off the ground. Bigger your thighs, the harder it is. Drop it down. One more time. Squeeze. This time we're adding in the shoulders. Superman, we're flying, pushing that belly into the ground for support. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Drop it down. Push yourself up. And drop your hips back down into your heels for child's pose. Stretch out that back. And let everything calm down for a minute. That was tough. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And you're going to push yourself up into a quad wrap position. So our hands are right underneath your shoulders, your knees are right underneath your hips, and your toes, tops of your feet are flat on the floor. From here, we're just going to push your shoulders up to a cat and drop them down into a cow. One more time, up, Lucky's helping. And bring it down into flat. Whew. We've got some shoulder work, back work coming up here. So right arm, left leg. We're going to shift our weight to the opposite arm, opposite leg, and stretch it out. Feel that back be flat. Bring the elbow in to the knee underneath your belly and stretch it out. One more time, bring it in and bring it out. Drop it down. Find your balance, find your middle. Other side, left arm, right leg. Nice and long. Pull the arm away from the shoulder and the foot away from the hip. Find your balance. And bring it in. Elbow to knee, push it out. And bring it in. Elbow to knee, push it out. Hold, feel that belly strong. Bring it down. This time I'm going to have you curl your toes under and push your hips back, stretching the bottoms of those feet. Whew. We're doing good, you guys. And come back up to your quad wrap. We're rolling over. Bring yourself down to the mat on your buttocks. Sitting up nice and tall. We have core work. We got that belly to work on now. Okay, so I'm sitting, my shoulders are right over my hips. Everything we've done today, we've talked about bringing that head to the ceiling, bringing your shoulders away from your hips. Feel your feet grounded on the floor. And we're going to let those shoulders drop back. So we've got a nice mountain pose here with our legs. Letting those shoulders drop away from the knees. And we're letting our arms come up off the ground because that core is so tightly engaged, elongating that torso. Let those arms be free. Bring them away. If you want to make this harder, you're going to bring your arms up over the top of your head. And Lucky's going to push on your chest to make it even harder. Breathe. Bring it back down. Sit up tall. Right? You're finding what your maximum is here. You're finding what you can tolerate. How strong you are. All right? So drop it back down. Nice tall shoulders. Hands off the knees. Make it harder. Hands up over the top of your head reaching. Right? Make it harder. Pick up your feet. Make it even harder. You straighten out your legs. I'm not there yet. Strong. Pull that chest up. Nice strong core. Breathing. And drop it down. Isometric strength. Good job, you guys. All right. Feet are flat on that mat. Nice and supported. Right? I'm going to let my hands come off. And I'm going to roll my upper body down onto that mat. Arms are right above my shoulders. I'm going to hit my head. Arms are right above my shoulders. Feet are flat on the ground. I'm going to curl my upper body off the mat. Right? And if that's as high as I can go, belly in, that's where I'm going to stop. And then I'm going to roll back down. Or I'm going to roll up. Bringing that lower back off the ground. And then one vertebrae at a time is going to roll right back down onto that mat, keeping that belly in nice and tight. Roll it up. wherever you can go. Roll it back down. Remember, you're stopping where your body's telling you to stop. You're not contorting yourself to get up higher. You're doing what you can. Breathe out. Breathe in. Come up. Out. In. And lower down. We're going slow. This is not fast. That's why we're not doing many. Breathe. Flatten out that belly, pulling it in. Last one, you guys. Reach with those arms. They're nice and long. Lower it down. Grab those knees. Bring them into your chest. Relax that lower back. Let it roll. We're going to bring your legs into tabletop. So your knees are right over your hips. Right? And you're stabilizing that belly. Belly's into spine. Hands are out to the sides. And what I'm going to have you do is drop your knees, both of them together, to your left side. And then pull them back to the middle. Drop them to the right side. Pull them back to the middle. So now we're going as far as you can, right? And then pull them back, keeping that knee at a nice 90-degree angle. And your knees together. And pull them back. We're working obliques here. Breathing. So if you can just go a little bit, that's fine. Right? Nobody's judging you here. Actually, I can't even see what you're doing. Bring it back. Breathe. Whatever you can do. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more each side, you guys. Drop it down, knees together. Pull it back. Other side. Pull it back. Grab behind those knees. Stretch your lower back. Woohoo! You guys did it. That was a lot of work. All right. So if we have a strap, I use a belt. If you don't have anything right away, you can just use the back of your hands behind your knee, okay? But we're going to be stretching out our hamstrings a little bit longer. So I want you to straighten out your knee. Wherever you can straighten out your knee is where we're starting. My other leg is flat on the ground with my toes pointed up. And now we're focusing back on that breathing. Breathe in. Breathe out. Sneak that leg up a little bit more. Every exhale, we're bringing that leg up a little bit closer. Breathe. Breathe. Nice and long. Keep that leg straight. No forcing. When you get to that top of that range of motion, just let it sit there, right? We're just making that muscle as long as we can. That hamstring is so important to your posture, to your back, your range of motion. Now I'm on my right foot, so I'm going to grab with my left hand, keeping my hip on the ground. I'm going to gently pull that leg across the center of my body. So now I'm feeling that stretch from the knee all the way down into my hip. Keep the hip on the ground. It's your support. Breathe. And bring it back to the middle. I'm going to grab with my right hand, because I'm on my right foot. I'm going to bring my left leg up off the ground. Grab that ankle. and let the leg drop out. Getting a nice adductor stretch. Inside of my leg, stretch. Try and relax. Try to breathe. Go ahead and bend your knee. We're switching it over. Other foot. Straighten out that right leg. Wherever that leg is straight, the knee is straight, that's where we're starting. Right? Wherever it is for you. And go back to the breathing. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Just gently bringing that foot up. Keep the knee straight. Don't let it bend. You might feel it behind your knee. You might feel it in your calf. You might feel it up near your butt. It's wherever it's the tightest is where you'll feel it. Breathing in. Breathing out. Now grab the strap with the opposite arm and gently bring it across your midline. You can relax the leg back a little bit. Bring it across your midline. Feel that stretch from the knee to the outside of your hip. Keeping that hip bone grounded on the ground. You're breathing. One more breath. Come back to the middle. Grab with the left hand, the strap with the left hand. Bring your right leg up. Grab that ankle. And let the leg drop out. Inside of your leg, your adductor stretch. Wherever you're at with that stretch is where you should be. Don't force. And relax. Bring it back to the middle. Go ahead and drop that strap over to the side. We're opening up our arms. Bring your knees to feet a little wider than shoulder width. And we're going to go ahead and drop both knees down to that left side and look over to your right, opening up your chest. Low back stretch. Go back to your breathing. Push out on that belly as you breathe in. Bring your head back to the middle. Bring your legs up. Inhale, exhale. Drop the legs down to the right. And look over to your left. Push out on that belly as you breathe in. Inhale, exhale. Bring your head back to the middle. Bring your feet back up, your knees back up. Go ahead and let your hands drop to your belly. And just give yourself a minute to feel your breath coming in and out. And think of 3 things that you're thankful for. Feel the calmness in your body. for tension. If you find it, let it relax and blow it out. Try and remember that feeling throughout your day. Start to feel tense. Remember what that feels like to be relaxed, to breathe. And drop both of your legs over to your right side. Roll onto your right side with your legs bent. Give yourself a couple breaths. Breathing. Use your left hand. Push yourself up. And let your breath come back to normal. Before you try to get up, let your blood flow back to all your extremities. Whew. Hello, everyone. Hi. Betty, hi. Oh my goodness. Look at everyone. How we feeling? Stretched? All right. We had a crew today. Doris, how you feeling?
Stretched, how's that?
Good, good. How about Bob? You were a little tight. You feeling better?
Yeah, feeling good. Very good.
Excellent, excellent. Everyone's looking good. Hi, Jack. Jack doesn't have a microphone or a camera, so I never see him, but I have to say hi. All right. Well, I hope you guys have a great weekend. Thank you for coming and joining us. Kim, I see you.
Thank you. You have a good one.
You too. I will send out invites for Tuesday on Monday, and I'll get cracking on Monday's class. So if you get the invite for Monday, if you don't want to join, obviously you don't have to. All right. Enjoy. Thank you for coming.
Have a good weekend.
You too.
Thank you, Ramona.
You're welcome.
Have a good weekend, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Oof.